Our story today takes place high in the sky. But before that, they have to check in. So let's go over that. Aboard the plane are a bunch of kids that day. Babies, to be more specific. Hopefully this trip will go well for these two bundle of joys. And nothing bad will happen to them at all. Aboard the plane was a stewardess called Jan Brown. She just does her job, gives coffees, being passive aggressive to nagging businessmen. All the cool shit. But then, during the flight, it just went completely and a huge bang rocked the entirety of the plane. Naturally, everyone fucking panics, but Jan Brown just T-poses like you do as a stewardess. And everyone just calms down. Even the babies, who screams and cries about anything. In this case, they just got even more violent, beating the shit out of the seats in front of them. To the dismay of the businessman in front of them, who's already hyperventilating with fear for his inevitable death and demise. Jan Brown was called up to the cockpit by the pilots themselves, where the severity of the situation finally dawned on her. The airplane was completely and utterly f***ed, so they had no other choice than to reroute to a small runway near a place called Sioux City, which of course for simplicity's sake, I'll call Sioux City. A pilot trainer named Denny Fitch offered help to Jan Brown, and of course to get away from the child behind him that just constantly kicks its seats in frustration and anger. So she led him into the cockpit, where he immediately realized how f***ed they all were. Naturally, the only logical decision to make as a pilot at this point in time is to announce to everyone how fucked they all are.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I regret to inform you that we are not going to Chicago after all. As a matter of fact, we are crash landing in Sioux City.
Part of me just wonders if the kids on board the plane thought they were going to an actual zoo. Just imagining one child just sitting next to his mom's like saying,
I wonder if animals could live together in harmony. What do you think, Mother?
Naturally, Jan is preparing everyone to prepare for a crash landing, and then she spots the two children, who are under the supervision and in the laps of their mothers, and she politely informs them the safety procedures on how to keep their child safe during a crash, which is quite literally putting the kid down on the floor, you know, the sharp metal floor, pushing it down as they crash land so it won't fly out of the hands of the mother, and just keep pushing it down. Yeah. The safety procedure guys must have realized after the fact how badly they fucked up.
So, George, how are we meant to keep a baby safe during a crash?
Pin it to the ground? Have the mother pin it down against the sharp metal floor?
You are a genius, George.
Naturally, the only thing you can do as a mother in that situation is, instead of trusting your better judgment, you just trust whatever the professional had to tell you. So that's exactly what the two mothers did. I can just imagine those two children just locking eyes right before the crash.
Brother, I am pinned here.
So am I, brother.
Brother.
Brother!
Ooh, that brother's floating in the air. How could his hands do this? Oh, someone get him out the air.
The plane made it to Sioux City, and they tumbled over
In a death.
I bet they feel real stupid right now, making something that looks like a bird, but doesn't function like a bird.
Naturally, none of those babies survived the crash with precautions like that. Jan Brown actually started campaigning for child safety on board the planes. And she's done that for 30 years. And you can hear by the amount of time she's spent on it how successful she has been. But then again, maybe she just has a hard time sleeping because the screams of the dead children that she couldn't save is haunting her forever in her dreams.
You are a bad stewardess.
30 years of campaigning, countless of sleepless nights. That's dedication, I gotta admit. And if you guys want to show your appreciation, then
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell right now, you guys, and I'll see you next time. And if you ever want to unsubscribe,
don't do it. Just fucking don't.
And just in case you want to dislike this video, I don't care anymore because YouTube hid them. Thanks for watching.